We'd barely unpacked our boxes when our new neighbor slapped me with a lawsuit. She was sobbing and screaming that my son had assaulted her daughter. My Tiffany just turned 18, and that sick pervert Buddy ruined her. That worthless piece of trash should get the death penalty. Her daughter backed her up, saying it was definitely my son. Buddy said he'd choke me if I didn't take my clothes off. I was so scared. The jury and everyone watching went crazy, demanding my son get punished hard. Buddy's a total jerk. Lock him up. Don't let this monster get away with it. But when the judge called my son to testify, everyone in the courtroom just froze. You, Cassandra, your bastard son had the guts to attack my daughter, but he's too chicken to show up in court. You can't hide him forever. I won't let this go. Your son needs the death penalty, and you two owe my daughter $2 million. In court, Brenda was glaring at me like she wanted to kill me. Her daughter Tiffany was crying her eyes out, looking totally traumatized. I looked at them both coldly and said the same thing I'd been saying. My son didn't assault Tiffany. He couldn't have. Find whoever actually did this and stop trying to blame my son. I never thought I'd end up facing Brenda and Tiffany in court. The day we moved in, Brenda was so nice. She helped me carry stuff and said we were neighbors now. Told me to come to her if I needed anything. When I mentioned I had a son, her whole face lit up. She introduced me to her daughter Tiffany, saying it must be fate. But that same night, she came pounding on my door with a disheveled Tiffany, saying my son Buddy had assaulted her. I was shocked. I told her my son would never do that, but Brenda wouldn't listen. She was convinced my son did it, and Tiffany was crying, claiming my son dragged her from the hallway to the rooftop and assaulted her. No matter what I said, these two came after my son like hungry wolves. They demanded $1 million settlement and insisted my son marry Tiffany, or they'd call the cops and make sure he rotted in jail. I knew my son couldn't have done this, and the $1 million demand was ridiculous. I flat out refused. I never expected them to actually sue me. When I denied everything, Brenda lost it. Impossible? Cassandra, open your damn eyes and look at Tiffany's injuries. Brenda ripped open Tiffany's jacket, showing horrible bruises all over her body. These bruises, your bastard son did this. My Tiffany is only 18. Tiffany was shaking as she looked at me, tears streaming down her face. Cassandra, Buddy did all this. He even threatened to choke me if I didn't take off my clothes. I was so scared. Brenda hugged Tiffany, and they both started crying right there in court. And I just watched them with zero emotion. The people in the jury box started yelling at me. Shameless. Her own son did something so disgusting, and she's still denying it. She's trash too. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Poor Tiffany. So young to go through this. She'll never get over it. Everyone was criticizing me, but I didn't care. I acted like it had nothing to do with me. Tiffany cried even harder. Cassandra, it was clearly Buddy. Why won't you admit it? I'm only 18. How can I face anyone after this? How am I supposed to live? She was crying and hitting her head, and her despair made a lot of people in the room cry too. Brenda was furious, pointing at me. Cassandra, you have a kid too. How can you be so heartless? If your daughter was the victim, would you still be this cold? I laughed. My son's being accused of something he didn't do. What's wrong with defending him? I knew for a fact that my son Buddy was absolutely incapable of doing something this insane, but they just thought I was making excuses. The whispers from the jury got louder. This woman is the worst. She's lost all sense of right and wrong just to protect her son. If the mother's this shameless, imagine what the son's like. The courtroom turned into chaos. The judge frowned and banged his gavel. Order. Since both sides are saying different things, present your evidence. Tiffany's lawyer immediately stood up. Your Honor, my client has plenty of evidence proving that the defendant Buddy assaulted my client Tiffany. She told Tiffany to describe what happened that night. Tiffany took a deep breath and started talking, her voice shaking. That night at 10 o'clock, I was walking home from tutoring. The elevator in the building was broken, so I had to take the stairs. When I got to the 26th floor, someone suddenly covered my mouth from behind.